man Mac the Reactor, fresh out the trash compactor. You all know me, it's your favorite England-born, somewhat Australian-sounding Reactor. He's a big boss like Rick Ross, he goes harder than Slipknot, he's in permanent beast mode without even applying a cheat code, baby. And I think he's so crazy. I'm sure he is. He has to be. I mean, why is he talking to himself before he's even really got into anything? What's wrong with him? I'll tell you what's really right with him. That he loves his Mac Pack, man. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know me. You know, Mac, the usually unusual gentleman that's sat in front of y'all right now, is about to react to some more NF, man, courtesy of one of my subscribers. Big shout out to Mac Pack, man. I love y'all. I love that we're growing. I celebrated a couple of hundred subscribers just the other day, and I'm about to be announcing that I've hit 300. It's going really well, and that's coming off of y'all engaging in the comments. That's why I always say, like, let me know how I'm doing. Let me know how you felt about the song. Let me know if there's anything you either thought I missed, or maybe just something I didn't reference throughout the song, because maybe I was like maybe more caught up in another aspect of it. Maybe I did catch it, but you're not sure because you didn't see me react to it. So y'all can be like, oh, hey, and you heard that bar, you know, and I can be like, oh, yeah, I heard it, man. That was fire. Or I might be like, oh, yeah, man, that one actually got over my head. You know what I'm saying? So let's open up the dialogue in the comments, because I find that when you open up the dialogue and you engage, it really kind of opens up the video to people as well. And then that way, a lot more people get to see the NF 10 feet down, and these are people that maybe don't always listen to NF. And I'm not going to lie, man, it's not completely selfless. It gets more people getting to see my reactions, and I am trying to react to people, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to react to, you know, YouTube bots or, you know, non-existent people, you know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it. I think Mac has said enough. I'm going to put some wonderful Mac on this wonderful cheese. Thank you so much to Garbo for recommending this song. So this is NF 10 Feet Down featuring Ruelle. Unfamiliar with him or her. Let's get into it, man. You know, I'm trying not to step over the line here, but y'all Americans talk funny, man. That sounded a little backwards to me. I'll hit play.
I know the person in the mirror is not a perfect one. I look at him every day and think he's not enough. My life's a book that I don't really like to open up. I'm 26, but I feel like I live in chapter 1.
My life's a book I don't really like to open up. I'm 26, but I feel like I'm still in chapter 1. So what he's saying is, like, I'm not even sure I progressed past the first chapter of my story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might be 26, but, you know, my story just has so much more to go. I feel like the first chapter was all about me just finding myself and getting myself here. You know what I'm saying? You can really dig deep on that. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
I skimmed through it, I've been through it, they laugh at us. You think it's funny, yeah, laugh it up. I always felt like no one listened to me, that's how I grew up. Church is where I found God, but it's also where I learned to judge. Yeah, I had to learn there's a difference between what you want and what you really need. I've always been motivated by comments from people telling me things they think I'll never be, and then I become it. This is my everything. There's so much.
I feel him on that. I'm not going to quote the whole bar because we need to keep progressing with this, but I feel him on what he just said, is that sometimes I'm like that too. I like to hear people kind of try and knock me back and try and second guess me and doubt me, because that is definitely fuel for the fire, man. You can see it in NF's career, man. I mean, definitely critics have done nothing but kind of just recharge the battery and all that. You know what I'm saying?
That goes on in my head that people will never see. You probably be terrified of my memories. Don't lecture me. Let me be, let me see, let me breathe. How they remember me doesn't alter who I am as a person and take my energy.
Doesn't alter my person or take away my energy, man. I feel him, dog.
Nice, staring down at an empty cup like I'ma fill it up.
I think I'm understanding this Americanese on the chorus now. I'm being stupid. You'll know I know that was done on purpose when it was first done. I was just playing, alright?
All day, all night, 10 feet down, nearly my whole life. But I'll be rising up.
Yeah, my fans made me who I am, but they also deceive me. I've been allowed to live life like I'm already grieving. I'm at a table of lies, but don't eat what they feed me. My hoodie over my face so nobody can see me.
I'm at a table of lies, but I don't eat what they feed me. That's really important on a social level, man. Like, well, I think we all need to be woke to that. I know he's applying it to his situation, because you can look at that two different ways. You could look at it like that's just really what he felt, just kind of growing up and coming up, that he was sat at a table of lies, but he didn't really swallow what people fed him. but he could also be talking about his experience in the industry, which I think might be more relevant to the song. Either way you take it, it hits. And that's important. That's important when you can say something that may apply to, you can take it a few different ways, but it all comes back to the same spot. That's cool.
I'm on a plane about to fly again. Looking out the window, take a moment to admire it. Wondering how high it is. Wonder where the time is when. Then I shut the window and go back to feeling like I'm on my mind again. Yeah, seems like we all trying to climb a ladder. It's crazy what we'll do to climb it faster. It's like we throw away the things in life that really matter just so we can make it to the top and wonder what we even climbing after.
Yeah, don't ever rush that climb up the ladder, man. Get your footing right. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, hey, this is crazy. You know the way I talk about how, like, I embrace everybody, right? I've got friends that are Christian. I've got friends that don't believe in any particular faith at all, whether they are considered themselves atheist or they just consider themselves very undecided. Doesn't really make a difference, man. I have a Jewish friend, right? And I was around his family, and his not his father, sorry, I was about to say his father. His uncle is a rabbi, right? Says his uncle comes up to me and he goes, I hope I don't butcher this, so I'm gonna just try and say it on the fly as well as I can. He said something like, the rabbi stood and watched two men climbing up a ladder, and somebody that was spectating turned around to the rabbi and said, who is higher? And it was clear that the first man, he was on the 8th rung. The second man was only on the 2nd rung of the ladder. But the rabbi answered something along the lines of, it's not about who is higher, it's all a matter of where they are going, right? Now, I know when they said it to be number one, they said it so much better than that, and I probably even butchered it to some degree. But that's really what it's about, man. It's really about, number one, I always say when you're climbing the ladder, find your footing, man. Get it right. But it's all about where you're going, man. Because people rush their way up that ladder. You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing it in young artists right now that are plucked off of the streets, right? They've got more image than anything else. So immediately you're turning on these record labels that really want to just push out a poster boy, right? So say they sign somebody like Lil Pump, right? Which has been done. I'm not speaking hypothetically. I'm using him as an example. So Lil Pump has got a pretty face, right? He's got a good image. Can't write his way out of a wet paper bag, you know what I'm saying? It probably couldn't even battle Lil Bow Wow, you know what I'm saying? He really has no ability on that level. It's just my opinion, by the way. Like, I'm not here to... If Lil Pump was sat in front of me right now, yeah, I'd say it in a much friendlier way than what I'm saying. I just like to kind of cut to the chase when I'm speaking to you all openly. So you get somebody like that, right, and they're just rushed up the ladder because the machine is like, just get the F up there, you know what I'm saying? We need to make money off you, boy. But it's like, okay, so you rush your way to the top, and you are at the top, and you're paid better than all these guys down here. But the thing about these guys down here is you have people like NF, you have people like Tech 9, you have people like Hobson, you have people like Joyner Lucas, you have people like, hell man, who else could we put down here? You can even say Royce the 5'9", right? He's an OG, but, you know, he's gone through different generations of hip-hop, and he's still very relevant, right? These people all down here, but they're all living very comfortably. They're not paid as well as a Lil Pump, but they're paid constantly. And they're paid with longevity, and they're going to have that longevity. Whereas, I'm not sure people want to hear a 30-year-old Lil Pump, because he already kind of doesn't have a whole lot to say now. So that's fine for the impressionable kids, but they're going to grow up, and they're not going to stay 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Because I've even seen reactors openly say, there's a reactor called Two Sushi, right? I recommend you go and look at her reaction. She actually does a really good job. But she used to listen to mumble rap. And she even said, once I started listening to more conscious hip-hop when I got a little bit older, it's fine when you're 16, 17, 18. Listen to that garbage. We've all had bad taste when we were a little bit younger, you know what I'm saying? But when you get older and your mind matures, you want more substance. And you don't get that from a Lil Pump. You don't get that from that lean rap. You don't get that from Mother F's that sound like they're having a stroke over the beat. You know what I don't know how that became cool, by the way. I don't know how the whole, you know, I'm selling the bricks, getting the chicks, ha, ha. You know, I don't know how that became popular. I don't get it. But then that's me also saying I'm willing to understand that maybe it's just a disconnect with me. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe that's not marketed to me. It's not about me. Like, I'm not out of touch or nothing. It's just maybe I can't embrace that because I am after substance. I am a more conscious person. I do want a little bit more out of music. Now, I'm gonna leave it there because you'll know I could go if I wanted to. But look at all what I just took out of that one little thing that NF said just then. Look how I just spent the last, 3 minutes? Maybe even a little bit longer, just on a little thing. Just off of him saying, talking about climbing his way up the ladder and all that. I've been talking for so long that I forgot exactly what he said. That's how bad I am. But I took a lot from what he said, man. That's crazy. I like that. And I'll listen to this song again in my own time, too, just to really soak it in.
I know the feeling of feeling like everything that you deal with will never change. That's part of being a human, yeah. Life's what you make of it. Take it, embrace it, and take it and savor it. Ain't about what you did, it's what you became from it, yeah.
Hard days, cool nights, staring down at an empty cup like I'ma fill it up.
Hey, just a little sidebar. So this Ruelle, who I'm guessing just by the sound of it is a female, sounds like an Australian singer called Gosling. Gosling. You all should check her out, man. There's a song called Boys Like You by an artist called 360. He's an Australian hip-hop artist, and Gosling is on that song. So maybe go check that out. Yeah.
All day, all night, 10 feet down, nearly my whole life. But I'll be rising up. Yeah, I know we all want what we never had. The good life doesn't seem so bad. The good life doesn't seem so sad. Yeah, we all want what we never had.
That chorus goes hard low-key. I keep reacting to NF's bars, but I need to say that chorus goes hard.
Hard days, cool nights, staring down at an empty cup like I'ma fill it up. All day.
You'll understand that, right? Like staring at an empty cup, like you'll understand that? I'm sure you do. I'm just saying, I can see where that kind of helps paint together the scenario.
10 feet down, nearly my whole life. But I'll be rising up. We all want what we never had. The good life doesn't seem so bad. The good life doesn't seem so sad. Yeah, we all want what we never had. Hard days, cool nights, staring down at an empty cup like I'ma fill it up.
My only complaint, truthfully, in the last, say, 45 seconds is I just thought another verse from NF was going to come. That's really my only complaint. There's that Americanese again. I don't get it. What are you all talking about? What are you all talking about? You know what you just said then? That was Americanese for vote for Bernie Sanders. And guess what? Why would I do that? Number one, I have no idea what y'all have going on over there. Number two, that is not relevant to the space that I'm in. And number three, I'm playing. So anyway, I really enjoy that song, man. The thing about NF is that you really do get... I'm at a point where I feel like I can say I've embraced NF, right? I think if I bought his The Search album, that's a shining example. But the other thing I'm noticing is that you can get many different sides to NF, man. You can get a very confident NF that wants to just draw some energy and just kind of be in your face, right? You can get a very introverted NF that's just being very vulnerable and letting you in. You can get an NF that's just really talking about... I mean, look, this song was called 10 Feet Down. It's from... The way I interpreted the track is that it was kind of talking about how... It kind of seemed industry related to me in the sense of just things that he's been through, man. You know, having doors closed in his face. You know what I mean? Having this urge to want to succeed and all that kind of stuff, but then he's dealing with his own battles. My little wrap up here, I might not be articulating myself the best. I think that's just because I'm a little bit exhausted, but if I'm not making as much sense now as I was before, then maybe just rewind and go back to the points I was making before, because I think I was a little bit more switched on at that point. But basically what I'm saying is that you get many different sides to NF, and I'm here for all of them, man. So Garbo, much appreciated to you, man. I don't think I'm going to do anything funny or goofy at the end of this video. I think I'm just going to say thanks once again for a good song. You know how it is, man. Music really, it can lift the spirit. It can talk to you. It can do many things for you. And I rate that. I rated that song. I'm a fan of that one. All right, I'm out of here. Mac the Reactor, back in his trash compactor. Off to the planet of macadamia I go. And as usual, man, you can talk to me on Twitter. You know how it is. And just in case I miscalculated and it's not there, then it's probably going to be here. And you know what? If I'm wrong on all accounts, maybe I'll put it down there. You know what I'm saying? And then if I didn't do that, then too bad. Whatever. I'm not perfect. All right? Get off my case. Leave me alone. Why are you putting so much pressure on me for? Alright? Talk to me, man. I'm out of here.